Oh, I shouldn't mount this to the sewing machine. It's going to just jiggle. So, I can't remember exactly where we left off. Hey, I'm currently fixing my sewing machine. The timing of the sewing machine works, and this is my Sailrite LZS1. It's my workhorse. I love this machine, and it has performed magnificently for me. The timing has gone out a couple of times when I've overstressed it, and the tutorials on Sailrite's website have been spectacular for readjusting the timing. They're wonderful, wonderful step-by-step guides. But the zigzag timing is out, and what it seems like is there's this little lever that allows you to set the adjustment of the left and right of the zigzag, and that doesn't seem to be locked. So I'm slowly taking apart the machine to understand it, trying to take it apart in a way that I can put it back together again. It's this piece. This is the meat and potatoes of how the Sailrite does its zigzag stitch. It basically, they pop a really shallow helical gear on their main drive channel, and then you can, when you click over to zigzag stitch, it clicks to this, and this moves the entire needle arrangement back and forth as this lobe goes. But I couldn't figure that out because this spins freely on this. There's supposed to be a press fit. What? Yeah, they ain't no press fit. So, I'm going to try and make it a press fit. That's what we're going to try and do. I think what I may do is try and chuck this in and knurl that a little bit, and then that'll give me the press fit I want. Here's hoping. All right. So it's a beautiful little mechanism here. So we've got, this is the lobe that as it spins, whoop, 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 drives the eccentricity of the left and right. Dunk, 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 dunk. Takes the circular motion of the main shaft and turns it into an oscillating motion, which gives me a zigzag stitch. And all this rests on this shaft sitting here. Yeah, it's not a screw thread. It's actually just a shaft for adjusting. That's cool. And this here, this brass helical should be a press fit here. It ain't. Look at that. That spins perfectly. So I'm going to break out my knurler and give this a little bit of what for. It's going to have to be Loctite. And here's hoping that it works. And if it doesn't, they're sending me another one of these and I'll make that work. There is, now my lobe is attached to the brass gear. And what I'm going to do is bring in this helical gear here. And that's what I'm talking about, transferring the movement. But this needs to scoop in here. So I'm going to use this little shorty on the underside to adjust the depth between these two. All right, that seems pretty good. So now I want to get this carrier. So this is the dual carrier that adjusts both the left to right and also the side to side. It's a there's a pretty nice amount of little friction in there. There it is. Hi. Last time I was sitting in front of this thing, I had discovered, with help from the engineering folks at Sailrite, what my issue was. And the issue was specifically that there are two timings in this machine. A normal straight stitch, a normal straight stitch sewing machine has one timing, which is the timing of how fast the stitch is happening and the other things that are occurring in time with it, the other mechanical bits. This machine has a zigzag, which means there's a secondary timing you can activate by clicking this lever. And when you move this lever, it activates a secondary side-to-side timing. And it does that inside the machine with a press-fit helical gear that somehow I applied enough force to strip its pressure fit. And I glued it back onto the shaft with some Loctite. But then I was talking to one of the engineers from Sailrite on the phone, and I was saying, do you have a tutorial about bringing the timing back in on this? And he's like, that we haven't had that part fail on somebody before. And I was like, I think I'm just going to pack this up and send it to y'all. They do this every single day, and they shipped it back in just about 3 weeks. I'm so pleased. And when they ship it back, I totally lost them, but they ship it back to you with like a big, thick, fat piece of vinyl and sailcloth that they've sewn through to show you that it can do what you need it to do. I pulled this thing out at the beginning of this video to make something, and I can't even remember what I was planning to make. It was it a case for my bow, for my compound bow? I think it might have been, which I will still do, but not today. Today I'm going to build a smaller build, one that I want to execute, and it's a fine one to wrap this out with. Here we are. This is my Apple Vision augmented reality VR headset. I got one on day one. I have been using it almost daily since then. I'm really in love with this machine. Specifically, I love it for travel. Watching movies on airplanes with this is one of its real killer apps. I also think that its FaceTime messaging is among the best co-working scenarios I have ever seen. But again, this isn't a review of Apple Vision. I'm just going to make. So I have two sets of headgear for my Apple Vision. I have the floaty kind, which sits and uses without the guard here, and I love it. I love it for home use. But I also travel with this thing. So what I'm about to do is make a travel case for this that is really discreet and still protective. This bit here is a spectacular piece of kit in keeping my machine clean and debris free. I have no marks or scratches or cracks, but I want a little tighter case around this, and shockingly, I'm gonna make it out of sailcloth. So I'm just gonna, I think I'm gonna pattern this out, and then I'm gonna add a zipper, and that's gonna be it. It'll be really straightforward, almost like a, this is almost gonna be like a box with a zipper around the top. Yeah, that's the goal. Okay, I have marked out a pattern. This is gonna be the bottom and the top. So that'll be the top. It'll be about here. It'll have a handle. Oh, sorry. So here's where we're at. We have a pattern here, a sort of pill shape. That will be the bottom. Then a second pill shape. That will be the top. I'm going to put some broadcloth in between each of these pairs of layers. And then I'm going to sew up all the way around here with the zipper. Yeah.
Someone is at the front door.
They are not. Gonna sew these guys up first. here we go. Let's try the first test sew. Okay. There we are. Long stitches? No, let's do short stitches. Shorter. And no zigzag. Center. Yep. All right, here we go. Looking good. All right, that worked. That was nice. Great. Let's do the second one. All right. Now. That's how it goes. Great. All right, so I need 2. That's about it. Oh, right. It's got to go all the way around it. That's right. Okay, so what is this? Let's just $20 on the nose. 7 inches. Yep, 7. I want it tight. That's how it's going to go. So, this I believe is 21. Yep. So, that's the correct with a 1/2 inch of seam allowance. And same here. I'm doing this whole thing with a double layer of broadcloth. Sort of making this up as I go along. Let's see how I go. I sewed the zipper backwards. That's what I did. Now, one thing for this is I want a sleeve for the battery. And that's going to live BC, like that. Right? Yeah. So. Okay, that is for my AirPod Pros. Yes. And now it's time to close the loop, as it were. Right, so this is what happens. This, which is 21, I believe, in its exact dimensions. 21, right? Means a 1/2 inch seam allowance will bring me right in. All right now, baby is a... All right, here we go. We gotta make a handle because I'm too hot to handle. Hotter than a candle. Sloppy like Oscar, but neat like Tony Randall. All right. Oh, let's go for the zigzag. Yes. We're gonna bring back the zigzag. Here we go. Oh, did you just, oh, you did. All right. I somehow that didn't take. Let's try that again. From a certain point of view. Oh, no. All right. Here we go. Last bit. I'm going to sew up the end of this because it needs it. Oh, hey, broken needle. I know this isn't beautiful. I'm a better designer than constructor. But I think this is almost done. Holy cow. All right, so here's the thing. Oh, I love this part so much. This is the part that's like the magic trick. Yes. Here. All right. So what you do is you've assembled it inside out, and then you go to the zipper. This is always just one of my all-time favorite parts of this process. You go to the zipper and start to work it. Come on. Almost there. Oh, right. Oh, hold on. Need to do some trimming. It's possible this won't even fit my, well, we'll see. We'll see. You know me, I like my close tolerances, so there is an absolute situation here where I could have cut this a little too, made this all a little too close. But hopefully I finish in the next 5 minutes. I get to see my vision realized. Haha, pun intended. Okay, let's see if this works. Actually, here, this goes in there. Ha ha! Ha ha! We'll put that inside.
Here you come.
Ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing all? This is great. Just there, just in there. That's all. And then this closes like this. Oh, 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 oh. Very happy. Hi, everybody. I'm really glad to have my sewing machine back. I love this Sailrite. It is the LSZ-1 is the model I have. Thank you, Sailrite, for repairing my machine and sending it back to me. And I think this is a great inaugural project. These zippers, I picked up a whole bag of them at a sale recently. I love this oxblood color of the zippers. And I know my internal finishing is shite, and my alignment is also not amazing. But, you know, we got this across the line. Also, I like the fact that it's a padded kind of NASA sort of hardware holder, because Apple went with that for the main case for this, for the Vision. And I like to imagine that my Sailcloth bags were on some Apple designer's mood board. I'm not claiming any credit. I'm just saying that some stuff I've made might have been part of the inspiration of such a thing. And so I'm continuing in that vein. I'm making NASA type stuff for all my things. And so here the battery slips into the side pocket here. And I think, yeah, it's best to then put in the cable like that. There we go. I don't have them with me right now, but my AirPod Pros go right in there. Yep, that's a little pocket for the AirPod Pros. And then this closes up, oink, oink, oink. And this is no bigger than it needs to be. This is like a lunchbox. I'm super into it. And that's about as small as you can make it. Thank you, folks, for joining me, everybody. I'm going to swoop up, and I've got some folks coming by for an appointment. I'll see you folks next time. Bye. Thank you guys so much for watching. I wanted to remind you about some classic merch we still have available at adamsavage.com, specifically these beautiful pouches. I use these like sidecars for everything I do. I've got them in different categories and different colors. And if you want to know what's inside them, we also sell patches that label them, like for cables or pencils, or if you just want to represent the Savage logo. We also make these in 2 different sizes, small and large, for whatever needs you have. They're available right now at adamsavage.com.